Education is the passport for the future, for tomorrow also belongs to those who prepare for it today. These were the wise saying of Malcolm X. You're welcome to today's episode on Kids Golden Moments. When I say Kids Golden Moments, what do you say? Hats, hands, and heels. It's been just some few days, but oh, you can't imagine the way we've really missed you. In fact, this wonderful and educative program is supported by Golden Pillars Foundation and Golden Intellectual School. Okay, so over to the I am a CEO section. This is where we mold your hands. Let's move on. Okay. Alright, so today, you remember last week? Oh yes, we did a wonderful paper bag. So I presume you should guess who my guest is. Wow, it's again with Miss Ranti Ajaku. Oh, okay, I thought you were going to give it up for her. Yes. Yeah, last week she did a wonderful job. Okay, so Ranti, I think today we are continuing from where we ended last week. Okay, but lest I forget, I think you remember this bag. Yes, and that one too. Yes. Okay, they said this was sugar beads done by a student from Golden Intellectual School, Emmanuel Body. Wow, thumbs up. And he also did this bag. I think mommy would take this and I would. Yes, this is mine. So you can contact him for that as well. It's a wonderful bag made with beads. Okay, and then his sister also did beaded slippers. Wow. So all these COVID-19 season, this is what Golden Intellectual students are doing in the house to earn a little bit of earning. Okay. All right. So please let's move on. Miss Ronti, over to you.
Okay. So today we are going to continue from where we ended.
Okay.
And last week we started by joining the paper together and folding. We kept on folding and folding till we were able to get all these lines in the paper.
Okay.
So now that we have all these lines in the paper, you open the paper round. Open the paper up. Then the first line to this side in front, make it straight. Then there's another one at the back.
So you fold it inside.
Yeah, so you fold it in it. Then you make it straight. Then you turn to the other side. You open it up. You do the same for it. Then when you put it down, there's a line in between them. So here and here. So you lift it up to meet it.
Two equal sizes.
Yes, depending on the type of bag you are doing.
Okay.
Because if you are doing a small bag and you want to be two equal sizes, you won't get the same
So which one
size
are you
or
doing?
shape. I'm doing a takeaway. The
Takeaway?
one that a takeaway can
Like
do.
this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So when you fold it into two, you see you have lines over here like a triangle without a top.
Okay.
So you open this side, then you put it down. Then you open this side, then you put it down. Then you bring it down.
Okay, so they are full of lines, just straightening them.
Yes. So now you put this side down. Then you put the other side down. And you have gotten your base. So there's normally a base. If you don't have the sheet already cut, you measure this side. You close the bag. You measure.
How many centimeters?
No, you just measure from here. Here.
Okay, so we have
Here
6
to
points.
here. This is 6.1.
Okay.
Then you measure here. And this 13.3. So now, if you measure those places, if the bag is already closed,
okay.
but if the bag is not closed, you just measure here. So here is,
for the base.
yes, here is 26. The 0 in 26.
Okay.
And here is 13.5.
Okay. So with this, we are also learning how to measure lines. Oh, okay. So It's full
So
of
the
everything.
20, right, then the almost 30.
Okay.
So you have the same size of it. So this the bag, this place is the part facing inside. So you can either choose to put this place inside or let this place show. So I'd rather put this place here. So you take glue, then you put it at the ends of the bag. Just here, put it over here. Then you put it here. Then you put it in the bag. You put it inside the bag.
Okay. So that
Then
it
you
is
close
to
it.
stick.
So now when you are done, round it, you put glue. So you put glue from here to here. Make sure it gets to all the ends, not it will open. Then you put glue here.
So afterwards,
You
should you
close
leave
it.
to dry?
Yes, you close it. Then you put glue here too. And keep putting glue. Then you close it. So now the paper bag is done.
Almost done.
Yes, almost done. So
Okay. So
you leave it for it to dry. It gets heavy all the time. And now the twining, because
what's
the
the name of
handle is a twine.
a twine.
So the handles, there are, I think there are many types of handles, but the only two I know is the normal one. If you buy the handle, it's on a bundle like this.
Okay.
So you measure the amount you want, then you cut the length you want. So if you don't have these ones that already have the hooks on it, you measure the length you want, then you tie one side.
Okay.
You tie one side very, very tight. Then you cut this. Then you put it in the bag.
Okay, so that means you perforate.
Yes, you perforate it using the perforator.
Wow, so our paper bag is almost done. But you know what? You can get this in only one place, Golden Intellectual School. In fact, that is the school. We don't only teach kids how to speak English and write, we mold them according to their talent. We have so many clubs in the school during Tuesdays. Each child goes to which club he or she wants to go to and mold his or herself. So we do this to mold these kids and develop them for their future. Don't forget that in this world, we don't only need doctors, we don't only need nurses, but we need all kinds of people all around. So that is her talent. Even though she's schooling, she's doing well to also earn. I know in a few years to come, this is going to be a great business. So parents out there, I recommend no other school than Golden Intellectual School, the best school in BA. Okay, so she's perforating.
So I'm done perforating it.
Okay.
But the perforator, how it is, they have different types of holes or different sizes. So if you perforate it with a smaller one, you suffer to pass this one through it. So with the smaller holes, the branded twines, you pass it through it.
That's easy.
Then you open here so that it locks very, very well.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Then you lock this side too. Then you pull it in it, then you put it inside.
Wow.
So you take the white, and also before you twine it, you measure the twines to see if they are the same length. Because if they are not the same length and you hold the bag, it's
not straight. It won't be
straight. Okay. So you twine the other side of the bag using the color that you want, any color you want.
So you chose green and white.
Yes, I chose green and white. So when you are done, you can decorate the bag like how Nora taught us to decorate the bag. So I'm using a sticker.
Wow. Okay. So, in fact, you can see Miss Ronti Jr. for paper bags. This, the thank you polythene bags are over. Now we are going modern. Yes, when you buy a takeaway, if it's in this one, wow, it's cute and beautiful. So you can find this, if you contact Miss Ronti, should I say senior or junior? Any of them, yes, any of them, because they are doing a wonderful work during this COVID-19 season. Alright, so I think you can show it to our viewers. Wow. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. For weddings, for all organizations. Wow. Weddings, outdoorings, engagements, whatever. This is the best to serve your guests with. Okay. So that is it for I am a CEO. You can see Golden Intellectual students are doing a wonderful job there. So you can pass by. Okay. Alright, so that is it for I am a CEO. Now let's go and read. As I always say, if you want to be a leader, then you must always read, because readers are always leaders. Okay, so today my guest here is a wonderful teacher at Golden Intellectual School. In fact, when he's teaching English and you are there, there's nothing you will miss. He has everything in mind. Guess who he is? Wow. He's in the person of Uncle Sylvester. Uncle Sylvester, you are welcome to Kids Talk.
Thank you, Mommy. And let me also take this opportunity to also welcome my kids to the program.
Wow.
Okay. Kids are doing great. I'm also blessed.
Wow. You see, his voice is even speaking teacher. He's a very great and good teacher. Okay, so Uncle Sylvester, today, what do you have for us? But before that, let's discuss a little bit about reading. Kids.
Reading, yes, reading. About a couple of weeks ago, we had a discussion on reading. And we made it known to our kids that we do not just read for fun. Fine, it's good that we read and have fun. But we must always try possible to understand the message that what you are reading carries.
Okay.
Good. And at the end of it all, we must also try to understand certain ways that we come, especially the new way that we come across what we are reading. It's very important that we get either a pocket notebook or a diary or something of that, a jotter or something of that sort, that you always put down the new way that you come across.
Wonderful.
Now, if you do not understand the words in context, the way they have been used in the sentence, then that is where you consult your dictionary.
Wow.
So that is the reason my mommy is teaching her how to use the dictionary.
That's a very essential part of the program. Okay, so today what do you have for us?
Well, I would like us to continue with synonyms and antonyms.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago, as I said, I had a discussion with our kids on synonyms and antonyms. And because we had already discussed synonyms with them, our attention was on the antonyms.
Okay.
All right. And for the sake of those who have not been able to watch the video, we define synonym as words that are similar in meaning. They don't have the exact meaning, but they are similar in meaning. Good. Then we move on to antonyms, and we say antonyms are opposite words, words that are opposite in meaning.
Okay.
Good. I hope you remember the definitions of synonym and then antonyms. Good. What would be the synonym for the word, let's say, establish? For someone to establish. To establish is to build or to set up something. Good. So these were some of the examples that we looked at last 2 weeks.
Wow.
Good. Today I would like us to look at some few more examples on antonyms.
Okay.
Good.
Antonyms.
Yes, on antonyms, because that is where our focus is on for now. Now the word agree. I made it known to our kids that anytime you are asked to look for a synonymous word for underlying word or phrase in a sentence, if the word is in past tense, the synonym that we choose for that particular word should also be in past tense.
Okay. I think we have to repeat that again.
Yes. If it's in past tense, for instance, if the word is agreed, then our antonym or synonym should also be in past tense. Do you get it? Good.
So if,
yes, so if, for instance, you are asked to look for the synonym for agreed, because it's agreed, the antonym will be refused.
Okay.
It can't be refused.
No.
If it says agree, then our answer can be refused. But once it's agreed, then our answer should be refused.
Okay.
That is that.
Past tense goes with past tense.
That is
okay.
it. That is
Don't
it.
forget your subject
So
verb
that is
agreement.
it. So we can use the sentence for the traders agreed to pay extra money to the council. Agreed, which means they refused. That is the antonym for the word agreed.
Okay.
Good. And then let's consider the next word, which is brave.
Brave.
What would be the opposite of brave?
Is that brave?
They are timid.
Or coward.
Like how?
Yes. So the boxer displayed a high degree of bravery. Do you get it? The boxer displayed a high degree of bravery.
Okay.
So the antonym for bravery will be cowardice, because he used bravery. He did not use brave, but rather bravery. That is why the answer should be cowardice. Good, that is it. Good. And the next word is accurate. Accurate. A-W-C-U-R-A-T. Accurate. accurate. Good. It is a fact that John often gives accurate answers to questions. So if you do not give accurate answers, what do you give? You rather give wrong answers. So the antonym for accurate is what? Wrong. Very good. Good. What about reject? If you don't reject, you accept.
Wow.
So if you uses rejected, then the antonym for it will be what?
Accepted.
But if you uses reject, then the antonym will be accept. Very good. Very good. I hope kids out there, you're also getting it.
Yes.
That's great. Good. Let's continue.
Okay, so before we continue, kids golden moments, hearts, hands, and heels. I want you to
That's
be
great.
with your jota as uncle teaches us, okay? Don't go anywhere. Alright, let's continue.
Good. Let's consider the next word. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
The head teacher thanked the teachers for a wonderful job done. Thanked. Do not forget, last week I said we have the TH, we have the blank TH, and then we have the TH voice. The one that is signed, we have the sign under the letters TH. We call that one voice. That one has the V sound. That is why THE is pronounced V. And then THEN is pronounced then. So they use the TH voice sound and not the blank. So take note of that. That's why we have the headmaster thanked. That's THANKED.
Okay.
Thank for a wonderful. So the opposite of wonderful is what? Bad. If it's not wonderful, then it's what? Bad. Let's consider the next word, which is famous. Our school is now famous throughout the district. If it's not famous, then it is what? It is what? It is unknown. If it's not famous, then it is unknown. All right. That is that. So we have some few more words.
Before that, uncle,
so
okay. That was a good work done. All right.
Next week. Thank you for your time and see you next week.
Okay, so viewers out there, you can share. In fact, you must share, and share. Don't forget to have a prize for the first viewer. Yes, you can contact Mommy Roti for your surprise. It's good to read, so we've given you a storybook. Alright, so you can also subscribe on our YouTube page, Roti Ajaku. Facebook, you can share, always view. If you have kids in the house, in fact, this is a platform for you. Don't miss any episode of this on Saturdays because we are molding your kids in all aspects of their lives. Okay, Uncle, so over to the board, right? Word formation or sight words. Sight words. Okay. Alright, so as Uncle Sylvester goes prepared on the board, Ronti, can we do a little short of reading? Okay, so I think last week we were doing some reading and we ended somewhere. Yes, we suspended it. We wanted you to follow and get the whole story. So I think we are continuing. So stay tuned.
So the children ran fast as they could and up they went towards
Okay, so
their
please.
apartment.
I think we are reading. Can you show it to the viewers the book?
David learns about values and
Virtues. Okay, so we are learning about values and virtues. Alright, so over to you.
Okay. Sue, goodbye to Sue and walked to his apartment, all wet and muddy. His mother was at the counter slicing vegetables for dinner. David, you are a mess. You need to go and have a bath now. Dinner will soon be ready, she told him. At dinner, he heard his parents talking about an old lady upstairs who was very unwell and had to be rushed to the hospital a while ago. Mrs. Littleman's son came as soon as the superintendent called him. Superintendent called him. His dad was telling his mom. How is she now? His mother asked, concerned. We don't know yet. She is in the intensive care unit. I just spoke to his son while coming up the stairs. He was tired and he had come home to get some of his mother's clothes. Apparently, some kids smeared his windows with mud.
Someone gets out there.
David heard this and sniffed. His father looked at him and repeated, some kids smeared his windows with mud. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you now, David? David Gal looked at his mother and then hung his head. David, his mother, exclaimed, "That was Mrs. Mittleman's son. She always bakes you muffins and cakes when you go to visit her. Why would you do something like that?" "He splashed us with water, Mom," David said, pained. "That is no excuse, David," his father said sternly. David felt bad after dinner. His parents had given him a good scolding and told him to apologize to Mrs. Mittleman's son the next day. David also felt bad about Mrs. Mittleman. She was a sweet old lady who baked the best blueberry muffins he ever had. David drank some water and waited for his mother to come and tuck him in. His mother came and sat down on the bed, adjusting his sheets. "David, you know why you have to own up and apologize, right?" She asked him suddenly. "Yes, I wouldn't get any more muffins," he said glumly. His mother sighed. "No, dear. What you and Sue did was very wrong."
Can you take that sentence again? His mother
sighed.
Okay.
"No, darling, what you and Sue did was very wrong. How would you feel if you had to rush to the hospital on your bike and somebody flattened the tire?" David paled and said nothing. His mother was kind and waited for his answer.
Okay, so we end our reading session here. This was a public reading read by Ronti. Ronti, what did you learn from the passage?
I learned that if you don't want somebody to steal your pen, you shouldn't steal the person's pen. So, I don't know how to put it, but you're not supposed to do things to people if you know you don't want them to do it.
Exactly. That is it. So, over to the board as Uncle Sylvester goes over the sight words.
Hello kids, it's now time for this segment which is known as the sight words. Today I would like us to consider the SK sound. The SK sound, which is sk, sk. That is the sound for SK, sk. That is the sound for it. Good. Now we are going to look at certain words which have the sound SK in them. Now let's look at this letter U. We have this as letter U, but we sound it as A, or it has the A sound. The A sound. And so look at this. Let me start with. We have this as A. If I add the D sound to A, what do I get? I get da, da, da. Then let me add the sk sound to it. If I add it to it, we have what we call dusk, dusk, dusk. So we have this as the first sound. That becomes the middle sound. The A sound that we have here is the middle sound, and that becomes the last sound, the sk sound. Good. So dusk, that is D-E-S-K. Although it has the U, it is U, but we sound it as A, so we have dusk. Now let's consider the next word. We have this as A, ha, husk. The same thing, H-A-S-K. Mommy has taught you how to use the dictionary, so I'm sure you'll be able to look out for the meanings of these words. So you have dusk, husk. Then look at this. You have this as A, ma. Then we have the sk sound, mask. So we have it as that, M-A-S-K. But we have the U, which is the A sound. Then let's consider the next word. We have this as A. If I add to A, what do we get? We get ta. If I add the sk word to it, we get task. So So we spelled this way, T-A-S-K, that way. Alright? So all these words use the sound, the SK sound, the SA sound, the SA sound. And so take your dictionary and look out for the meanings of these words. Mommy is teaching you how to use the dictionary. So you can list some more words on your own. List more words on your own, words that have the SK sound in them. I hope that is great. So we shall end it here, and then next week then we take a different sound. Thanks for your time. See you next week. Bye bye.
Skeleton. That was Uncle Sylvester. He's a great teacher at Golden Intellectual School, a sponsor of this wonderful kids program. And this is the best program in the whole world for children, where we teach you to be very, very good in reading, love reading, have good morals, and what have you. Mommy and Daddy, thank you so much for joining. And Auntie Winifred is doing a great job. She's such a wonderful person. It's been great already. And today my section is dictionary. And as you know, dictionary is very important. The usage of a dictionary. When you read and you don't understand a word, and you can't find it out of context in the passage, and you can't ask Mommy or Daddy, the next thing to use is a dictionary. And I always say, Oxford, you should give me a prize for making a lot of adverts for them. But this is one of the great dictionaries that you can learn a lot of words. Because when you read and you don't understand, you have not read. Okay? So over the weeks, we've been doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, 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 K. Yes, today our letter is K. K, K. That is K. You can call it K. And over the weeks, we've been learning how to use the dictionary. We say it is done alphabetically ordered. That means the alphabetical order from A, B, C, D. So if you want to look up a word K, you go all the way A, B, C, D, all the way to the K. Then let's say K, A. Let's look for the word K. K is the 11th letter of the English alphabet. 11th. And we also have K as kilo, kilogram, kilobytes, kilo, and that is 1,000, I suppose. Yes. So K is the 11th letter. Let me get my letter marker. 11th. So this is the 11th alphabet. Then you also have K as kilo, which can be kilogram, as in when you buy meat, the weight of meat or the weight of whatever Mommy buys, kilogram or kilobytes or kilo something, which means, let me read it out for you. I want to be sure. It means 1,000. Yeah, I got it. It means 1,000. So everything that is 1,000 is a kilo. So 1 bar of gold, 1 whole bar of gold is 1,000 kilograms. And it's so heavy. I'll show you one day, okay? All right. So from K, you can go to KA, KB, KC, KD, K, you keep going. So let's look at KEE, KEEP, keep. What is the meaning of keep? Let's read it. It has so many definitions. About 10. Wow. It depends on how it's used in the sentence. So let's read a few. Keep means continue to have something. Continue to have something means keep. And also continue in a specific or a specified condition. Keep. Be at the right place at the right time specifically. So you are keeping this sad mood. Look how I'm keeping this sad mood. I'm keeping it. I'm maintaining. I'm using. I'm in that state. That is specific condition. Then the third one says save or retain something for use in the future. I'm keeping this marker pen to use next week. That means you are saving this marker pen to use next week. And it keeps so many definitions. Provide accommodation and food for somebody. I'm keeping a guest in my house. It means I'm providing accommodation, food, and making the guest or the visitor feel at home. Let me give you another definition of keep. Remain in good condition. Children, keep yourself safe from COVID-19 by washing your hands with soap and water and also using the nose mask or face mask. Tell Mommy and Daddy never to go out without it because we need them alive to help us, okay? So that is keep. Let's go to, so now we are K-E, yeah. So let's go to K, K, U. Let's see if you have KU. So you look for K, then you look for U. Okay, let's see. Kookaburra. Hey, our song. Kookaburra sits on the old gum tree. Merry, merry king of the bush is he. Love, Kookaburra, love. Kookaburra gay your life must be. And Kookaburra is a very large, noisy Australian kingfisher that feeds on reptiles and birds. So that's Kookaburra, and it's spelled Koo, Ka, Boo, Ra. You see? You remember? Koo, Ka, Boo, Ra. Reading is simple and fun. All right, let's look at the last K word. Kilo, kilowatt. K-W-H. That is the kilo. Say K means kilo. So 1,000 watts. So that's kilowatts. So that is the K for you. Knowledge starts with K. And let's look at other words that start with knife. Starts with K. Knife. The one we use to cook starts with K. And I'm knocking on the door. It starts with K. So those are the K words for you. Before we go, let me give you a little rhyme. Let's see. I have a kite. Kites. It does not bite. It is so light, flying high and high in the sky. Oh, what a beautiful kite. It shines bright like light. So kite. That's a little rhyme for you. And remember, the more words you know, the more you can rhyme, the more you can speak very good English, and the better your vocabulary. And of course, you will never ever fail in life. Until we see you again, keep reading. And every word you see and you don't understand, look it up in the dictionary. I love you all. Mwah.
Action.
Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. This is the essence of our moral tips session. But before we groom our attitudes morally, with me here is a citation, a wonderful one indeed, written by our golden mommy herself. I've always been telling you that to give someone a gift, to honor someone, you have to see her, because money these days, your guess is as good as mine. So the easiest way or the affordable way to honor someone is to give the person a citation. This will keep in memory of you always. Okay, so this is a citation written to the Catholic Church. I would want to read some few sentences here so that indeed you trust that she does a good work. It's entitled A Bright Light for Science for the Catholic Church. Why write for the Catholic Church? God, are you partial? What shall I write? Or, oh, you see their worth, their best and words? Yes, you are right. They are lights. Their passion to take children out of ignorance is great. Many dead lives have been snatched out of the grave. The church is bold, big, and brave. Yes, see her, because she writes prophetically. Okay, so over to you, Miss Nora, for our moral tip. Please, what do you have for us?
Today's moral tip is, a friend in need is a friend indeed. I repeat, a friend in need is a friend indeed. The definition says that a friend who cares and always there in times of trouble is a true friend. Do not run away from friends when he or she is in trouble. When you share and care for a friend who needs help, then you are really a true friend. God loves such children. Remember that one day, if maybe you will also be in need of something, you will also need friends. Do not neglect your friends.
Okay, similar quote.
Similar quote says, there is a friend that sticks closer than a brother.
Stick closer than
Sticks
a
closer
brother.
than a brother.
Okay, so Uncle said
That we have friends like that. We have friends who stay very close to you than brother. There are friends who can help you in times of need, but you may go to your brother and you refuse it.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the reason I say a friend in need is a friend indeed. Someone who is there to help you in times of trouble.
Okay.
That is the person that should be called a true friend.
True friend.
Yeah, not someone who runs away from you in times of trouble. When you're sick, he does not even sympathize with you and so on. That person is not a true friend.
Okay, so I have a friend. With this friend, you would have to call you would have to ask, how are you doing? And then when he needs something, can you please send me this? I am somewhere, I'm short. Can you please help me with this? So what type of friend was that?
That he's a paracetamol friend.
Ah!
He's a paracetamol friend. That the person, yeah, he only comes to you in times of trouble. Good. So when he pays, he comes to you when his problems or your problems are solved. That is it.
Paracetamol friends. Wow. Viewers out there, watch out for those friends. Nora, what have you learned from there?
I've learned that you should always have good friends and you should always be a good friend too.
Wow. So choose wisely. Know who your friend is. Categorize your friends and know where the person lies, because some friends, in fact, they are paracetamol. Okay. So, Nora, congratulations. Congratulations to all the DEC graduates. In fact, you've done a great job. And we hope to see you sparkle when your results comes. I believe in golden intellectual kids and all other kids out there. Indeed, your 6 ones. Oh, don't forget. 9 ones. Oh, okay. Our time was 6. Oh, okay. So congratulations to you. Right? Okay. So today, instead of games, few of our BEC graduates, they have some surprise for us. In fact, we always tell you that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So today we are going to entertain ourselves. So watch out.
Our kids are ready to dance, and the dance is going to be fun. But before then, I want us to discuss briefly about the Kids Golden Moment, the special edition we are going to have on the 10th of October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that is going to be on our Golden Annual Conference. You know, we have a conference where we bring all the pillars and all our loved ones. Last year was a blast.
Yeah.
At Elizabeth Hotel, and this year we are going to have it right here.
Wow.
Yes, and it's going to be virtual because of the COVID and everything. We're going to have it here. So it's from the 5th to the 10th of October.
Okay.
But the children's zone, the special one, in fact, the children's zone is going to be more special than.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody, okay? We're going to have some fun and some party here on the 10th of October. So any child around Sunyani who wants to join us can join us. All right. So Kids Golden Moment.
Hats, hands, and heels.
All right.
Let's have some fun. Let's go. Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze
You have to read, okay? You have to read. It's good to have fun. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy or girl. But after all the play, you have to read because reading is fun. Wow. Okay, so all kids out there, it's time you all read. At least 30 minutes a day, 7 minutes or 7 pages a day, yes. And also remember that whenever you read and you don't understand a word, always look it up in the dictionary, okay? So a book a day, let's go. A book a day.
A book a day
Keeps failure away.
keeps failure away.
Yeah, let's go.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangisho.
Alright, thank you so much for watching. See you this same time next week. Remember that we love you and every child has gold in you. Kids Golden Moments, hearts, hands, and heels.
Zungangishilana dawo yami